And we are here with Aliyah Royale to talk about The Walking Dead World Beyond. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm glad the sun is out. That's all I can say, but I'm good.
Oh my God, no, the heat is killing me over here in Virginia. Oof,
Oh,
no.
you're still in Virginia?
Yeah, just working things out.
Gotcha. Now, The World Beyond has finished their first season last fall, and their Blu-ray slash home media is coming out. I believe it's this week it came out.
Mhm.
And you are heavily featured on the first season. So let's break it down real quick, because the last time we spoke, it was before the season started, and now the first season already ended. What are your favorite memories being part of the first season?
Easily. I gotta take it back to, oh God, was it episode 4? I think it was episode 4, where we are in the school. And Silas and Iris get trapped in the school gym where I think there was going to be like a Sadie Hawkins dance before everyone, you know, turned or whatever. And just, I like all like the dead tool lying around and just that moment when Silas and Iris are dancing. It is so sweet to me. I still can't help but talk about it all the time, just because I never had that experience growing up, the like school dances and prom and whatever. So that was a really awesome day.
Now, did you know how to dance beforehand, or was this your first time?
That was my first time. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. I can't remember whether it was props or wardrobe, but one of the departments knew that I'd never like had these experiences before, so they gave me a bouquet of the corsages that we used for the background
Right.
students, and it was the sweetest thing anyone's ever given me.
Now, when I was there on the set for episode, I believe it was 7 and 8, I remember how cold it was that day. Then when I saw the episode, I was with that plot twist in the end, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe he was here to see this. So what was your reaction, since we didn't speak on the set about this, but what was your reaction when you saw that plot twist on the script?
Uh, you know, It was kind of sad. It was that moment where it's like, okay, so we know that we have to like wrap up the season and we're coming to this place. And I was like, oh God, are we all like about to separate? Because like, with The Walking Dead, you never know what's going to happen or where each character is going to go. But it was definitely hard. It was so cute because it started with me like looking at this beautiful like art setup that Percy had made for me, and then ended so terribly. It was freezing that night and I was like the last shot up shooting that. Yeah, it was pretty insane, but I think it made for a great show.
And Michael Cullers also directed that episode. How much were the conversations between you and yourself and the cast were with Michael Cutlers when it came to crafting that episode?
We have a super open dialogue. Michael Cudlitz is the easiest person to work with, probably in all of Hollywood, quite frankly. He's cool, calm, collected, but because he already knows so much about the Walking Dead universe, he can give you insight that doesn't feel like it's like, I don't know, taking away like any sort of like the actor's creative control. It was just a collaborative effort, and he is the kindest person.
He really is. When I met him a few years back, I've he made a few jokes that we laughed at.
Yeah, he's
So
also funny as hell, so that also helps.
speaking about funny, were there any funny stories that you could share from the set, whether if it's season one or from past season two?
Oh my God, funny stories I could share. I don't know. Everything is always super funny. There's a moment where sometime, well, we shouldn't have been doing this, maybe. I don't know, sometimes in between like takes, while they're working with other actors or like other actors' shots, we'll just be messing around, like doing insane things. Like the best thing that we do on the set is play pranks on each other in terms of like we have just like walker slash empty masks lying around. And it's really easy to scare hair and makeup. So like going up behind them, like one time, Jason, one of our like favorite stunt players, just was full empty, and one of our makeup artists was like hiding like behind a door, and when she like walked by, because she knows he's like looking around the corner, and she like walked by, and he just like jumped out, scared her. It was like the funniest thing that happened. It's just fun to mess with people because you think that we get used to seeing all of the gore and the blood of like all of the empty Walker stuff, but we don't. I don't know, but it still scares the shit out of me.
Oh my god. Now, early on the first season, well, we got a teaser of what one of the facilities of the CRM looks like, especially with the test subjects, whether it's A or B, A, B, C, D, or E, or F. But
Mhm.
are we going to see more of that explored on the second season?
Yes, absolutely. Season 2 is all about, Iris, Hope, Silas, Elton, and how they interact with and deal with the CRM. And, we've got Elizabeth, Julia Ormond's character, who's terrifying and incredible, and figuring out what exactly, Huck's role is in all of this and everything. Yeah, it's dope. It's like a war between good and evil.
Good and evil and test subjects.
Exactly. Which really could only be evil, I guess. But we'll see what happens in season 2.
Without giving anything away, since season 2 is wrapped up filming, what was your favorite episode you've been part of for season 2? Without giving any plot details away.
Um Episode 1.
The premiere.
Mm-hmm. Iris is dope. Like, some really cool things go down in episode 1, and I think it's a massive turning point for Iris's character that I'm really like glad to have experienced. And I can't wait for everyone to see what happens in that episode.
I can't wait to see if that happens too. In fact, I hope we get some Rick Grimes mention on season 2 as well.
You never know what's gonna happen in the Walking Dead universe.
Exactly. Now, since you've been a fan of The Walking Dead, what was your favorite episode between either The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead that you watched?
My favorite episode, the pilot.
The very first episode of The Walking Dead?
Yeah. A lot of, I mean, obviously we share information, we share elements across like all of the 3 different shows. But I don't know. Episode 1 was just incredible. It was it's funny because vampires look so different because makeup like obviously advanced over the years. The walkers look different. But I think just in terms of storytelling and really diving into, yeah, you're in this undead world, but beyond that, there are these truly amazing characters that have these really interesting stories and backstories, like finding out about Daryl and everyone part of the show. I just feel like World Beyond definitely goes back to that model of we are in the undead world, but also
Yes.
have really incredible stories to tell.
Now, my final season 2 question before we go back to season 1 is: do you think we'll see any characters from The Walking Dead show cross over on World Beyond?
Again, it is always possible. It is, I also feel like there's so many characters that have gone in and out. I don't even know if I really can tell you who's who anymore. But yeah, it's always possible to see anything on the Walking Dead universe. I think it would be really cool to have that happen. So
Now, going back to season 1, one of the episodes we see, I believe his name is Elton, right? Yeah, his name is Elton. We saw how much he had to deal with the loss of his parents. Did you have any conversations with the actor preparing for those emotional scenes with Hope?
it was interesting. I think we were all just like shocked to like see that in the script. And even when we like were going on and we knew of it as actors, I think it was a very different experience playing that moment, especially when Hope and Elton have that final moment of this is what happened that night. It was very emotional. We're all really close, and so sometimes we'll know about something in a script, but when you're actually playing it, it feels so different and so new, and you realize it actually affects you more than you thought it did.
And my final question for you, since the convention scene is coming right back up, do you miss interacting with fans in person?
Oh my God. I literally wish that I could do Comic-Con so freaking bad. When we did New York Comic-Con, it was insanely fun, and to see all those people there like asking questions about a show we had no idea about. It was I don't know, they just cared so much, and it showed us like this is going to be a really great fan base to be a part of. I just wish, that we'll have the chance to do that now that the show is aired, because that again was before we even, announced the title of the show. So I miss fans and I miss seeing people. But I see people all the time, like shooting in Virginia. Like everyone is always stopping us. Yeah, it'd be cool to do a convention.
It would really, really be cool. I'm going to cover New York Comic Con later this year, so hopefully that we'll bump into each other.
Hopefully, I hope to see you soon.
I really do. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your day to speak with me.
Of course. Thank you so much. Till we talk again.
Till we talk again or see each other in person.
Exactly.